Hi, welcome to the Bitcoin Brew, where we are breaking down the latest Bitcoin news. Amy and I are part of the Texas Blockchain Council, which is a nonprofit industry association working to make Texas the jurisdiction of choice for Bitcoin and blockchain innovation. Before we get started, if you could go ahead and like our YouTube channel, we would really appreciate it. And nothing we say here should be taken as financial advice.
Thank you for that, Becca.
I hope it's entertaining. So, Amy's gonna kick us off.
Yes, I am. And if you hear some noise in the background, we've got some construction going on right outside the studio. So don't play with your audio. That's coming from our side. Okay, Beck, it's getting hot in Texas. And with the increasing heat and the higher natural gas prices due to the war in Ukraine, the price of electricity is increasing. In a 12-month period, we have jumped the price of electricity from 10.6 to 18.4 cents per kilowatt hour. That's an increase of 70%. Bitcoin is currently pricing at $29,340, and the volatility of the energy costs coupled with Bitcoin's value has become a challenge for the mining industry right now. Those miners that don't have a fixed price for the power in their power purchase agreement are paying more to hash, and their profit margins are slimming. Many miners were purchased in the winter, back when we saw Bitcoin hit close to $70,000. And Jurika Bolovic, the head of mining at Foundry, says this: anyone who bought equipment at the height of the cycle when Bitcoin's price was $65,000 and took a loan to do so, which is a lot of the industry, they are not cash flow positive today. So depending on your price, depending on your power price, the S9s, which are the original miners, mining machines, they are no longer profitable at this stage. Riot, Marathon, and Core Scientific, the biggest players in the game, saw their market capitalization drop by 50%. Thankfully, they are all well capitalized and in it for the long run.
That's a really interesting thing to think about, the trickle-down effects of the rising costs for energy with the miners. I wonder how many S9s are actually were still out there hashing.
It's interesting that you asked that, because I had to look that up myself. About 1/3 of the miners that are online are S9s. The others are the S19s, which is the more modern version of the ASIC.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, hopefully we'll make a turnaround for the better and be more profitable. I'm sure that will happen, obviously.
Right. I'm optimistic. I mean, sometimes to a fault. I mean, Bitcoin's going to be growing back up again soon. And the other nice thing about the miners is that they can turn off. If there's a stage where they are no longer profitable, they can power down, kind of wait out the storm, come back online when it's a little bit more of a better climate.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Have those kind of like safety nets for the downtimes.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well, on the opposite side, not related to Bitcoin, the founder of Shiba Inu, also known, the token's known as SHIB, announced on Twitter that they are leaving the protocol. So before we kind of get into that, we should probably just touch on the fact that this is a meme coin, which is very different from Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin. So a meme coin is something that's usually created literally as a joke. Like, it's not to be taken seriously. And the only reason that these are even in the media and talked about now is because a couple years ago, Elon Musk sent out a tweet and all it said was Doge. And immediately the price skyrocketed, obviously. And so ever since then, people have been investing more money, putting more, it's more talked about, more in the media, all of that. Personally, I have a big problem with this because I don't like the fundamental aspect of meme coins. I think they kind of take away from the value that Bitcoin brings, because if you ask someone, on the street, hey, do you invest in cryptocurrency or in Bitcoin? They'll be like, oh, well, I bought some Doge. And it's like, no, that's not what it's about. It really gets to me. But, it's something to consider. So basically what happened was on May 31st, Ryoshi, who's the anonymous creator of SHIB, said this, and it's now been deleted, so we found it on the internet, on the interwebs.
Good digging.
Okay, he later says it's a man. Okay, so he said, "I have said from the beginning, I am nobody. I am not important. The efforts to unmask my identity, even if successful, would be underwhelming. I am just some guy of no consequence tapping on a keyboard, and I am replaceable. I am Ryoshi." So the first thing I thought about when I saw this was, this looks like a marketing scheme to draw attention to SHIB, maybe make the price go up. I mean, I don't know. So you already know how I feel about meme coins, and we will just leave it at that.
Meme coins, correct me here, so they're risky because they're not backed by technology, there's an unlimited supply, and there's one more piece. Oh, they have a low value.
Right, yeah.
I mean, are they even in an altcoin category, or are they their own separate entity outside of an altcoin?
So anyone can put a token out there. And this was a very contentious debate several years ago now, is that there were all these fraudulent coins out there saying that they had a product or they had some type of investment that you could get a return on, and millions of money just down the drain. So meme coins are kind of in that category in my mind. It's more of like a lottery type of mindset of like, it might go to a cent or to $1, and you'll make some money, but more than likely you're gonna lose a lot of money, and it's kind of, in my mind, it's a waste of time. You should be learning more about Bitcoin, because it's so much more valuable. It will definitely go up in price. You will get a return on your money. And fundamentally, the philosophy behind Bitcoin is something I can get behind, whereas with meme coins, I can't.
I read something funny I wanted to share with you about. There was a U.S. sitting congressman, Brad Sherman was his name, and he was making light of the whole cryptocurrency environment, and he made a joke about a mongoose. Third time's a charm, a mongoose coin.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Right after that, a group came together and they launched a mongoose coin. And,
right?
They have a light paper, they don't have a white paper,
okay.
Which I kind of wanted to ask you about that too. I mean, what's the difference? Is the light paper more of like a rough draft to a white paper?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I've never heard the term light paper.
So I was like, oh, that's a new one.
I'll look it up.
Same.
Sounds like not as important as a white paper, though.
Truly.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I do want to say there is a meme coin that's in the top 20 of the crypto coins, and that's the Dogecoin.
Yes. Well, and Mark Cuban, I think they started accepting Doge at the Mavs game for like merchandise and stuff, which I just like, why? But you can make money off of them, and people love it. So,
hey, if it's working,
yeah.
Oh wait, one last thing: the Elon Musk effect.
Yes.
You've heard of this, right?
Yes.
Like, he's had a huge role in the kind of tides of Bitcoin and crypto. Why do you think he has such an impact?
I mean, he's so well respected. He is a genius, and I think he'll go down as one of the absolutely most influential people of our century. But I think because of the way social media highlights celebrities right now, I think the market will be more secure and less volatile on tweets or large announcements, things like that. But a couple years ago, with his Dogecoin tweet, obviously, and then the the type of energy use, whatever.
Yes.
He was promoting green energy for Bitcoin mining, which is a good thing. And so, I mean, it was a huge setback for the mining industry, but I think it was helpful, obviously, in the long run, and we do want more green energy. So, I don't know, I hope that it continues to be more stable, and we want his input. He's genius, but he's not going to be able to affect the market in the same way that he has in the past. Looking forward. So
excellent. Thank you, Becca. So my next piece came to light on Monday. Memorial Day was the best day for Bitcoin since March 9th. After 9 weeks of decline, we saw an uptick in Bitcoin value to $31,636. And it happened while the U.S. market was closed. That's one thing I love about Bitcoin. The market never sleeps. In fact, almost all major cryptocurrencies were in the green on Monday, with Cardano's ADA gaining some 17% and leading the CoinDesk 20. Ethereum gas fees hit an all-time low, decreasing transaction fees to $3.70, and its value was up to $1,990, up 11%. Bitcoin was up at 8.4%, so this begs the question, why on Memorial Day? Were you snapping up coins on the long weekend? Like, why do you think we saw this happen?
I was not. I actually turned my phone off for the weekend. It was great. But I do kind of wonder if it's something to do with people getting together, talking about what they're investing in, families, friends, whatever. It would be a perfect time for people to buy. It's so easy to do, too. And it's so nice that it is. You can literally buy it anytime. It never closes.
You're so right.
Did you buy any over the weekend?
Not me. No, I was on my phone. Unfortunately, a social media break probably would have been a good idea. But no, I was reading Inventing Bitcoin. I've been trying to get through the mining chapter, and it's been tough. I'm hoping when we're down in consensus, maybe I can get the Cliff's Notes on what that lottery system is. And anyway, if you guys are going to be, anybody watching that's going to be down at consensus, we would love to get some information on that.
Yeah. I love that book. It's been super helpful and as like a reference point for me too, to look back on things I've forgotten. And yeah, it's a great book. Okay, well, our last topic today is JP Morgan Bank started using a private blockchain for collateral settlements. So this is also different from the term just blockchain. There's probably more than two different kinds, but today we're going to highlight the private blockchain versus a public blockchain. And so this is a really great use case scenario for how blockchain is going to eventually infiltrate probably every sector of business. So JP Morgan Bank is using it for collateral settlements. And this is what they said. They said, what we've achieved is the frictionless transfer of collateral assets on an instantaneous basis. So as you mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to operate Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and it's instant. They don't have to go through all these different channels. It's just on the blockchain. So this is something that's pretty cool because it's just signifying the fact that blockchain technology is super legit and it's going to be here for the long term. And it's great to see huge companies like JP Morgan invest in it. They also said that they are looking into DeFi scenarios, and so it's going to be interesting to see if maybe they're the first ones, the major players, to integrate TradFi, DeFi. So that'll be interesting. I'm sure we'll hear more about it at Consensus as well.
I hope so. You remember the Women's Finance Exchange that we went to?
Yes.
That Arlena Green spoke at? I was sitting at a table with a bunch of bankers. Well, there's like 4 to 5 bankers. And they were listing out the number of steps that it takes to transfer money from one party to another. And the amount of red tape, the amount of logistics, the KYC, knowing your customer forms, verifying funds on both sides, it takes an immense amount of not only manpower, but also time. Think about how quickly transactions could occur using a blockchain type situation. And I also remember you said JP Morgan was getting into the crypto market last week, and now with this blockchain, it's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
I guess whammies are bad things. This is a double good thing.
No, I agree. I think it's going to be really cool to see what they do with it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, wrapping up, Consensus, as we mentioned, is a couple of days away. We're very excited about it. Lots of great events. We will be at the Texas Blockfest at the Lusty Pearl on Thursday night. And on Friday, we have coffee at the Capital Factory, I love the Capital Factory. Have you been there?
I haven't been there yet.
It's
I'm
very
looking forward
cool.
to it.
And that's in the morning. And then at lunch, we're going to be at the Bitcoin Banking Luncheon with Haynes and Boone. And that is an event that you need to register for. So contact Steve with the TBC if you would like to go to that. There's a full list of events on the TBC website on the Austin events page. And I'm sure that Lee and the TBC team will be tweeting about what they're doing down at Consensus. And if you want to meet up with us there. Yeah. All right. Well, follow us on social media. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.